So, I didn't get any sleep last night because apparently editing videos takes a little longer than I anticipated. So I think from now on, they're going to be a little bit shorter. I started here by cleaning up the code I wrote yesterday and just refining the process of actually adding the blocks to the game. Speaking of which, today's mushroom is the Destroying Angel. Technically it's tomorrow's mushroom, but I thought I'd do it today because I wanted a little longer to do today's mushroom. As you can see, it's got this kind of very spooky bleak white appearance with a very sort of flat cap that I think should be fairly easy to replicate, hopefully. Of all of the mushrooms on this list, it's probably not ages off of the vanilla ones in terms of appearance. And this is my stab at it. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about this one, to be completely honest, but I'm also not sure if it's necessarily worth me trying to get it any better than this. I think it's a good shot. I think the colours maybe could come out a little more. I added the freckles on the, they aren't 100% realistic, but a lot of the mushrooms seem to have a sort of what look like dirt splotches on them, and I don't know why, I just felt like it kind of needed that. I think it looked a bit bland without something to make it stick out slightly. As you can also probably tell, I couldn't quite decide where I wanted to put that little frill. I think I've settled on putting it actually one below, which is not what I initially thought I would settle on. I also wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a little flatter. I think I like those little 2 pixels on top that just give it a little bit of point after the flatness. Okay, let's try and get it into the game. Overall, it's gone pretty smoothly. It's appearing and rendering in the game just fine. It still has some issues with hitboxes and just general block behaviour stuff, as well as the English translation, but it's the exact same point we managed to get the inky cap to yesterday. So I guess that's a cue to start fixing those problems. Ideally, to add mushroom-like behaviour to a block, I'd want to use or extend the already existing mushroom block class, which the red and brown mushroom use, which would have been very easy to do yesterday, but the reason I chose not to was because doing so would have caused a crash upon bone mealing the block. As with the red and brown mushroom, this causes a giant mushroom to spawn. And I'm not really intending to add giant mushrooms for all of the mushrooms in this mod. I feel like that would be an unnecessary amount of work for not that much benefit. I think there would be better ways of making the mushrooms more individual. Instead, what I thought I'd do when you bone meal the block is force apply the default vanilla growing effect that essentially means that it will spread randomly to nearby blocks. These mushrooms still do that now, but they'll also definitely spread if you bone meal them. So as you can see, that's all come together very nicely. I think that just about completes our second day. We basically got like the default features of the mushroom working pretty perfectly. So that means that for the rest of February we can start focusing on adding features that are more individual to each mushroom. Anyway, I guess all that's left to say is thank you for watching. Please go ahead and tell me if you've got any thoughts or ideas in general about this. Leave a like if you want, subscribe if you dare, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.